What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Roman Reigns missing another PLE, Stone Cold vs John Cena at WrestleMania 39, who's the fifth woman, two former superstars who aren't returning, AEW stripping a champion of a major title, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out WrestleLamia.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, our first story looks at Roman Reigns missing another PLE. Is part-time talent Roman Reigns missing another premium live event? Well, that's the question fans are asking after a promotional poster for the 18th February 2023 Elimination Chamber PLE surfaced with no sign of Roman Reigns. Given the WWE's history of advertising stars such as Lesnar then removing them from promotional pictures, it seems likely the head of the table won't be at the show. However, the question shouldn't be about Roman Reigns' absence, but whether anyone is surprised. After all, the WWE has made it clear that Reigns does not appear on every PLE, instead being a featured player on major events like Big Four shows and international cards such as the recent Clash at the Castle and Crown Jewel show. Looking at the WWE's potential schedule for 2023, it's likely Reigns will appear at the Royal Rumble and then prepare for WrestleMania 39. Just who Reigns wrestles remains to be seen, but the current favourite is a dream match against his cousin, The Rock. Next up, will Logan Paul be ready for WrestleMania 39? A good news for Logan Paul fans hoping to see the WWE's wildly successful rookie at WrestleMania 39. Dave Meltzer reports, regarding Paul's injuries, they were not as bad as feared. He suffered a torn MCL and torn meniscus during the splash of the top rope through a table in a match with Reigns, but did not suffer an ACL tear. It is believed he is avoiding surgery and is just doing rehab, so his recovery team would give him plenty of time to get ready for WrestleMania. If you've been keeping up with our news here or on our website, you know that Paul has put in his bid for a match against John Cena at the Showcase of the Immortals. Next up, Stone Cold speculation. And while we're talking about the WWE show of shows, talk continues that the WWE is working hard to secure the services of Stone Cold Steve Austin for another match. The last report suggested the two sides were still hammering out financial details, but assuming they reach a deal, who will Austin step in the ring with? There are any number of possibilities, but chances are the WWE is going to want to capitalize on some potential dream matches. Let's take a look at three possible opponents. Number one being John Cena. While it's unknown if Cena can and will wrestle at Mania, although what from fans have seen before, if Cena is available to wrestle, chances are he will, a Cena vs Austin match is a definite dream match. Number 2, Brock Lesnar. This is just as big as Cena vs Austin given the fact that the WWE tried to book this early in Lesnar's WWE reign, but Austin refused to do the match because the WWE wasn't going to promote it right and insisted on running it on Raw with little or no fanfare. Number 3, Roman Reigns. Now, if The Rock is unable to work Mania, would the WWE put Austin against him? Would Austin be willing to put over Reigns if they did? Well, that's a tough question, as this could be Austin's last match and he might not want to go out with a loss. Now, keep in mind this is all speculation, but it's something to get pumped about as WrestleMania 39 approaches. Next up, who is the fifth woman? Who is the fifth woman competing on the babyface team in the Women's War Games match at Survivor Series? Fans are asking that now that Damage Control has Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley filling the 4th and 5th spots on their team. Right now it's Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka and Mia Yim, but the babyfaces have promised a surprise entry, leading to the question, who is the fifth woman? This week's Wrestling Observer newsletter may have the answer, as Dave Meltzer chimed in saying the two names that fit into the storyline for the fifth person are Beth Phoenix and Candice LeRae. They showed a clip of Phoenix taking a concerto from Ripley on Raw this past week, which would seem to indicate she's the one. LeRae started out affiliated with Belair and Asuka and Bliss, and then did an injury angle on television and hasn't been seen or talked about since. The only word is that she's doing much better. Now, we tend to agree with Meltzer, as Rhea Ripley's inclusion in the match seemed to come out of left field. Granted, Ripley wanted a shot at Mia Yim, who recently returned to help the OC with their Rhea Ripley problem, but a surprise appearance by the Glamazon will provide a great payoff, as Phoenix has plenty of reasons for wanting to get her hands on the Nightmare. Who do you think should be the fifth woman? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, AEW has major concern about Adam Cole. Now it's time for an injury update on Adam Cole, as according to this week's Observer, things aren't looking good for a return. Cole, who was last seen in the ring at June's Forbidden Door event in a 4-way match, has been out with a concussion with no word on when he's coming back. According to The Observer, a number of people have brought up being very concerned for him. Cole's friend and former Undisputed Era teammate had some interesting comments about his absence. "You know, our business is a rough business, but it's the only contact sport we're really with no off-season. Sometimes people, I think, lose their minds when it comes to a guy stepping away for a little bit. Sometimes it's injury related and sometimes it's not as injury related as people think. I just think the appetite that the wrestling audience has to know everything, it just gets bizarre sometimes." As always, we send our best wishes to Adam Cole for a fast and full recovery. Next up, Thunder Rosa's reign in jeopardy. Is current AEW Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa's title reign in jeopardy? Rosa has been sidelined with an injury and has yet to defend the title, as AEW President Tony Khan sanctioned a series of matches to determine an interim women's champion. However, during a recent press conference for Saturday's Full Gear pay-per-view, Tony Khan discussed the possibility of AEW having to strip her of the title and make the interim champion the actual champion. It's something we've considered, it's something to consider. I'm still weighing the pros and cons. Thunder Rosa's a great wrestler and it's unfortunate that she's injured. It's kept her out a long time. It's not an easy situation and I try to take everything on a case-by-case basis, and I'm trying to give Thunder Rosa every opportunity to come back and defend the championship, but eventually you'll have to crown a lineal champion. Current interim women's champion Toni Storm puts the belt on the line against Jamie Hayter this Saturday. Could the winner of this matchup be on their way to becoming a fully fledged champion? Should they, or should AEW give Thunder Rosa more time to recover? Next up, WWE has zero interest in bringing these stars back. While it seems like every previously released WWE superstar is being brought back to the company, there are two names who are apparently being considered. In an exclusive report by Ringside News, they're reporting that fans shouldn't count on seeing Enzo Amore and Big Cass back in WWE. We've asked around, and a tenured member of the WWE creative team confirmed to Ringside News that I don't have any interest in Enzo and Cass. Enzo had a history of backstage heat in WWE during his run in the company, and as Jenkins noted, Enzo Amore was released from WWE due to allegations that were made about him. That story was later disproven and no charges were filed, but the fact that he didn't inform WWE about the police investigation was the final nail in his coffin with the company. Amore didn't do himself any favors when he bought a ticket to the 2018 Survivor Series, slapping on a wig and stood on his seat in the second row. However, Amore recently chatted with Jake the Snake Roberts on his podcast, claiming that he didn't want to get back in the WWE, but instead was trying to make a name for myself. But I still want to wrestle and I want to create a character that's off his hinges that people will watch. As for Cass, he was released and had a rough patch afterwards as he battled personal demons, eventually overcoming them and returning to the ring, now working as W. Morrissey in AEW as part of Stockley Hathaway's faction. Next up, WWE ready to debut 2 amateur prospects. Now it's almost put up or shut up time, as the WWE is preparing to debut 2 prospects on NXT. Meltzer reported in this week's Observer that 2 people being ready to be debuting on television in NXT are AJ Amhine, who was a member of the acrobatics and tumbling team at Baylor University and was Baylor's 2020 Scholar Athlete of the Year, and Isaac Odubesin, who was one of the best shot putters in the college ranks this past season. Amhine would use the name Danny Palmer. Odubesin was still using that name, but obviously that will be changed soon. The WWE's Next in Line program is being seen as the WWE's chance to train top-tier amateur wrestlers in WWE style of wrestling and build them from the ground up, as opposed to taking indie wrestlers and adjusting them to the WWE style. If the program succeeds, it could reduce opportunities for younger wrestlers competing on the indie scene to break into the WWE, as it might feel they are not the effort of training in the WWE style. And finally, CM Punk injury update. Last but not least, fans keep hearing about CM Punk's problems outside the ring. How is the controversial competitor doing with the triceps injury he suffered at All Out's main event match against Jon Moxley? According to a recent report from Dave Meltzer, CM Punk's rehab of his torn triceps is said to be going really well. Like the many wrestlers dealing with injuries, we hope to see Punk back to 100% ASAP. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.